The Galactic Council had explored thousands of star systems, cataloging habitable planets and establishing colonies across the Milky Way. From the gaseous skies of Trion 7 to the frozen wastelands of Valtorus Prime, sentient species had thrived in the vast and diverse environments of space. But among all these planets, there was one world that no species dared to colonize, one name that sent shivers down the spines of the bravest explorers: Earth. To the rest of the galaxy, Earth was not a planet, it was a death trap. It was listed as a Class X hazard zone, the highest possible classification for a hostile world. Even the hardiest species avoided it, for Earth was unlike any other planet in existence. It was too deadly to survive. The first recorded encounter with Earth had been a disaster. The Xelvarians, a race of hardy insectoid explorers, had sent a scouting vessel to investigate the blue-green planet. Equipped with advanced bioresilient armor and an adaptive immune system, the Xelvarians considered themselves impervious to most environmental threats. They landed in what humans called the Amazon rainforest. Within 2 hours, the entire crew was dead. The cause? The air was filled with microscopic organisms that attacked their respiratory system. The humidity caused their exoskeletons to swell and crack. The local fauna, from venomous snakes to unseen parasites, launched an assault on the intruders. It was as if the entire ecosystem had conspired to eliminate them. When the Xelvarians broadcast their distress signal, a Raltoran research fleet arrived in orbit, hoping to retrieve survivors. What they found horrified them. Not a single Xelvarian body was intact. Some had been torn apart by what primitive humans called jaguars. Others had been devoured by insects smaller than a fingernail. Those who had managed to return to their ship carried with them a host of bacterial infections that quickly spread among the Raltoran crew, decimating them before they could escape. The entire incident was logged as a Class X planetary hazard, and Earth was placed on the no-fly list for all galactic species. But Earth's dangers didn't stop at its biosphere. The planet's weather patterns were a nightmare. Unpredictable storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and tsunamis ravaged its surface without warning. The sheer volatility of Earth's climate made it impossible for other species to consider colonization. The gravity was stronger than most worlds, making movement and adaptation difficult for weaker races. And then there were the natural disasters, volcanoes that erupted with the force of 1,000 nuclear bombs, lightning storms that could fry advanced circuitry in seconds, and oceans so vast and deep that entire starships could disappear within them without a trace. However, the most terrifying aspect of Earth wasn't its environment, it was its dominant species. The Galactic Council had classified humans as an anomaly. They were not the largest, strongest, or fastest creatures in the galaxy, yet they thrived in their planet's chaos. Where other species required controlled environments, humans adapted. They survived extreme heat and freezing cold. They withstood diseases, developing immunity through sheer exposure. When faced with predatory creatures, they didn't just flee, they hunted them into extinction. Humans were not prey, they were predators. It was their resilience that made them terrifying. When a galactic research team sent drones to observe Earth from orbit, they witnessed something unimaginable. Humans had no natural weapons, no claws, no fangs, no poison. And yet, they waged wars so destructive that entire civilizations fell. They crafted weapons that could vaporize mountains, created machines that could traverse the skies, and developed strategies that outmaneuvered even the most intelligent species in the galaxy. It was then that the Galactic Council made its decision. Earth must never be disturbed. Not only was the planet too dangerous, but its inhabitants were something far worse. If humanity ever discovered the existence of the galactic community, if they ever decided to expand beyond their world, there was no telling what they could become. For now, Earth remained isolated, a world whispered about in fear across the galaxy, and its people. They remained unaware that, out there among the stars, countless alien civilizations watched them, not with the intent to invade, but with the desperate hope that they would never leave their home. But the question remained, how long could humanity stay confined to Earth? On the distant fringes of the Galactic Council's space, signals were intercepted. faint, coded transmissions, unlike anything the Council had seen before. The source was unmistakable: Earth. Humans had begun to experiment with deeper space communication. Their technology was primitive but advancing rapidly. It was only a matter of time before they broke the barrier between their isolated world and the greater galaxy. Galactic leaders debated their options. Some called for preemptive strikes, eradication before humans became a true threat. But the horrors of the Silverian mission still haunted their minds. If humans could survive Earth, who knew what else they were capable of enduring? As the Council deliberated, another event sent shockwaves through their ranks. One of their own scout ships, monitoring Earth from a hidden orbit, had gone silent. Before losing contact, the crew had reported a sudden, targeted attack. Their ship's cloaking systems had failed, revealing them to Earth's primitive satellites. Moments later, a barrage of electromagnetic pulses disabled their controls. In their last transmission, the panicked crew uttered two chilling words. They know. Earth, once considered an untouchable nightmare, was no longer just a passive threat. Humanity was reaching out, and if history had taught the galaxy anything, it was that humans never stopped once they set their minds to something. The galaxy braced itself, for the most feared species in existence was about to step beyond their world, and when they did, no force in the universe would be able to stop them.